I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Davidson. You're a real bottler.
Miss Bennett will see you back to the maternity wing.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm sorry I missed you earlier.
Yes, I am too. Where's your mate?
Julian? Out.
Good.
Now, you mustn't take offence at Julian.
You know he tried to talk me out of investing in the business.
Yes, he told me.
So what's the story?
Well, it's nothing personal, Jim. It's just that we haven't known you for very long. He's a bit worried, that's all.
Well, I haven't known him for very long either.
No, of course. Oh, don't worry. He'll come round in time. These things always take time. Besides, he doesn't have the same interest in you that I have.
Well, I hope not.
And I'm hoping to get to know you very well indeed.
Are you just?
I am.
Well, that's about the best news I've had all year. How about starting your crash course and getting to know me over lunch?
Oh, I'd love to, but I can't. I'm expecting a really important call. I've got to stay in for that. I'm free for dinner, though.
Wouldn't you know it?
I see. Otherwise engaged.
Working, unfortunately.
Working? Tonight?
Yep.
Now, why on earth would a building contractor be working in the dark?
I can think of several good reasons.
So can I.
Perhaps we should look into it some other night.
I hope so. Seriously, though, why are you working at night?
Well, it's this job we have to get finished on schedule. We're working overtime in shifts.
How tedious.
And I'm beat. I'm going to go home, get some sleep.
Bring me?
Of course.
And don't worry about Julian. He'll come round.
See you soon.
Take care.
You too.
Very cosy.
Do you think so?
Yes.
So do I. And I like it.
It's obvious. I just wouldn't like you to do anything silly.
Really, Julian. I'm a grown woman.
I meant about the business.
I know what you meant.
I just think you ought to be more careful than you're being.
I know what I'm doing.
There's too much at stake, Sarah. We still don't know enough about him.
I told a putty cat a creeping up on me. Look, Elizabeth.
Hello, kids. Hey, that's a cat.
Well, of course it's a cat.
Well, where'd it come from? What's a cat doing in here?
We found it out in the garden, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's filthy.
Oh, it's a bit grubby. It'll scrub up real good.
We're going to give it a bath, as long as it don't go off its brain. They hate water.
It's probably covered in germs. You know, cats shouldn't be around kids.
Look, it's not going to do him any harm. Look, it's good for him to get used to animals. Anyway, Noah's fallen in love with it. That's why I smuggled it in.
Come on, pussy.
Look, he's putting his hand in his mouth. He's going to catch something sure as eggs.
Don't panic, Doreen. We're going to give it a bath straight away. Come on, pussy.
Geez, anybody knows that the books say that cats and babies don't mix.
Oh, knock it off, Doreen. Most kids outside have got pets. Why shouldn't our kids?
Well, I suppose you know what you're doing, but I still don't like it.
Yeah, we noticed. Now, why don't you just shut up about it?
What do you think you're doing?
Signing off. What does it look like?
I realise that, but what's going on? You're supposed to be on duty.
Bailey's doing my shift tonight.
I don't know why I bother with these rosters sometimes.
Look, I found my own replacement. It's all taken care of. You've got nothing to complain about.
I'm getting a bit sick and tired of your attitude, Miss Bennett. Fletcher.
I just wanted to let the duty officer know I'll be in the building late this evening. I'm expecting a visit from the superintendent of Wentworth General Hospital.
Right you are, Mrs. Davidson.
Are you sure there's nothing I can do?
Absolutely positive.
Well, can I get you another drink?
I can manage.
Oh, I feel like an invalid.
Don't ever say that. You'll talk yourself into it. Well, if you're so anxious to do something to help, go and sit up at the dining room table. I'll be serving in a minute. It's nothing terribly exciting. Just a sort of a homemade stew.
Well, it smells terrific.
Doesn't smell too bad, even if I do say so myself.
I really appreciate this, Vera. I'm sure if I were here on my own, my menu would consist of boiled eggs, and boiled eggs.
Well, I hope this is all right. You don't think you'll need me to serve it for you, do you?
No, I'll be fine.
There you are. I'll just go and get my glass.
Looks delicious.
Good.
You'd make a terrific live-in nurse.
I've had a lot of experience.
Yes. Well, it's come in handy. Thanks.
At least you appreciate it, Meg. My mother always used to find fault.
I don't know how you did it.
She was my mother. There was no one else.
Look, if you don't want to talk about it.
She was all I had, all I knew.
It's a pity you just didn't have some avenues to escape into.
I told you I used to paint. Well, I used to think I could paint. Do you remember Kerry Vincent? Well, I did get interested again after I saw her work. She was good, I thought. It's a pity she was a criminal.
You should take it up.
I bought some painting materials the other day, as a matter of fact.
Good for you.
But I was terrible.
Rubbish.
That's exactly what it was. Rubbish.
You can't expect to be brilliant the first time. You should stick at it for a while.
And then decide I'm terrible?
Oh, Vera, don't be so down on yourself.
I suppose you're right, Meg.
Come on, Trace. Come on down the rec room.
Oh, maybe later, Lizzie.
Here, what's the matter?
Nothing.
Have you had bad news?
Oh, no, it's a postcard from Dad. He's in Adelaide on another business trip.
He must be pretty important.
He's always off somewhere doing something.
Hey, well, you see, I told you he's a very important person.
He's my father. I know he's got a good business and he earns good money. It's just that I hardly ever see him. Even when I was little, I just wish that he could have been home more.
I expect he would have liked that too. But you can't always do what you like, not when you have to earn a living.
I suppose.
Come on, let's go down the rec room.
Oh, Lizzie.
Oh, Dor, what are you doing here? They'll skin you if they catch you.
Yeah, well, I've got to talk to you because I don't know what to do.
Hey.
Well, they got this cat.
Who?
Jane and Chrissy.
In maternity?
Yes.
Strike a light, the silly buggers.
You see, I know, because in these books I read where it's dangerous to have them with babies. But they won't take any notice of me. What am I going to do?
Oh, I don't know, Dor.
Well, I suppose I could tell a screw, but then they'd reckon I was only lagging because they don't think it's dangerous.
Crikey, love,
Why aren't you on the maternity wing, Burns?
Oh, I was just having this talk to Lizzie, Mr. Fletcher.
If I catch you in here again, you'll be off buy-up for a week. Now get moving. The rest of you get to the rec room. Come on.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Frank.
It's always a pleasure, Erica.
Please sit down.
Thank you. Well, now, what can I do for you?
I need your help.
In what way?
I have a prisoner I'd like you to help me place. She's had a run of extremely bad luck.
Well, they all have, haven't they?
Well, in this case, it happens to be true. Circumstances have been against her most of her life. Honestly, the girl has a heart of gold, but she has the misfortune to do the wrong thing and always for the right reasons.
Sounds like she could be a major asset in any hospital. I take it that's where you expect me to place her.
Well, I'm fairly sure this could be her niche in life. She has a marked sense of loyalty and responsibility.
Look, Erica, I can't and won't make Wentworth General a repository for ex-criminals.
In my opinion, Doreen Burns is a worthwhile exception. Given the right opportunities, I am positive she could have a successful role to play in society.
You certainly know how to stretch a friendship to the limit, don't you?
Don't you trust my judgment?
Well, of course.
Look, honestly, I don't mean to use our friendship, Frank, but unfortunately I have no other alternative. At present, we have no social worker, and Dorian is due for release at the end of the week. So you can see how desperate I am. I don't want to turn her out onto the streets.
All right, you've won me. To think about it, at least. But make no mistake, if we weren't such friends, I wouldn't give it a second